good?
Yeah, the dream. Living the dream.
Yeah. It's an exciting night, and talk about some quail and what's best, why quail is best for your homestead. If you guys got any questions regarding quail and why we think it's the best, or the best part of or animal, whatever. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling over words tonight.
A good addition to
your
farm,
homestead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or backyard, house, whatever.
Yeah.
And then we have Verna on moderating for us tonight. So thank you to Verna. And then thanks to Zach for joining us.
My pleasure.
Yeah, it's awesome. We do have a few giveaways tonight. We are going to give away a tray to a couple people. Zach's going to give away a 60 count of hatching eggs. So whoever wins the 60 count of hatching eggs will get one tray from us as well. And then I will give out another additional tray to somebody else, one of our stacking trays.
Verna, that's your job.
Yeah, Verna, if you could pick the winners,
Please.
Best question or whatever, most intriguing question, that'd be great. I'd appreciate it. With that, I guess.
Well, do you guys want to talk about the 18 and under thing or no?
Oh yeah, just real quick, we are going to be starting to give away some stuff in the an 18 and under contest. We are going to be donating a quail water, one of these chicken feeders just like this, a brooder lamp, which I don't have on hand because I didn't grab it, sticker, and a quail tray. So in the 18 and under contest that My Share does every month, that will be our contribution to that.
To get kids into it and future.
Yep. Go ahead, Zach.
Yeah, it'll be great. So we've got, so we do the 18 and under contest every month, and we pick the winner the first Sunday of every month. And it's anyone for 18 and under to encourage and promote self-sufficiency, entrepreneurship, responsibility, getting involved with their meat and eggs, and trying to promote the next generation to do better than where we're at now. And so Whiskey Tango Farms, like they just said, are going to be donating all of that stuff, which is fantastic. And I mean, it's a bunch of small things, but those small things, man, they add up fast, especially when you don't know what you need because you're just starting out. So I think that's going to go a really long way. Quail's brooder, because he's donating a brooder each month. We're giving away, we're actually going to change it next month. So next month, we're actually going to start doing 30 eggs instead of 60. We're going to be including a candler as well as a pair of scissors. And then obviously the Dale's Quail's brooder, and then like 8,644 things that Whiskey Tango Farms is donating, and then a Winola Ranch cage. So we are really, really focused in trying to get the next generation involved. So I'm very excited about it.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. It's awesome to be part of this and be able to get the kids involved in quail and whatever they want to do with entrepreneurship or just self-sufficiency in general. So I appreciate being able to be a part of it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
With that, I guess you go into live Q&A.
Yeah.
Or do you have another?
Well, we were just going to kind of discuss like why we've added quail to our homestead or hobby farm, I guess.
Switch us.
And we do have a video on this as well, but I feel like it's fun to discuss it with people live instead of just talking at a camera and then you just watch it later. So of course they don't take up a lot of space, which we really like. They hatch super fast. They start laying eggs in only 6 weeks. Whereas like if you think about a chicken, they take 20 weeks if you're lucky to start laying eggs. So
yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. If you're looking at reproducing, a rooster, yeah, they crow and make noise, but it's not nearly as loud as a chicken rooster or anything like that. So or like a peacock. those buggers are
Probably
loud.
making everybody sick because I'm switching us around and stuff.
Yeah, you're
I'm
making
sorry.
people like feel like they're on a roller coaster or on a what is that, like a tilt-a-whirl at the fair.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's first time I've played around with switching cameras and positioning people, so I apologize. But yeah, all those things are great. I know, Zach, do you want to chime in on your?
Yeah, you pretty much kind of nailed it. I've been thinking about it, and I think why I'm so passionate about the quail is, yes, I mean, it is, you can raise a lot in a little amount of space. They're so fast, it keeps people intrigued and keeps people motivated. But I really think that it comes down to self-sufficiency is a mindset and a lifestyle that you choose, right? Because it is more work and it is sacrificing certain things so that you can do other things and things like that. But a lot of people either don't know how, was never taught, or don't think that they don't have the confidence. And I really think that quail is a great, like I said it in previous videos, a great gateway into the self-sufficient lifestyle. I think they start raising them, they start getting into them, they start getting addicted to them. It becomes, second nature to them. And then they go, oh, I can do this. Well, maybe I can do this too. So I think that it's a great starter, or it's a great addition to any homestead that, that wants something that's fairly simple, but still gives you plenty of meat and eggs.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely know the addiction's real.
Yeah.
Zach can attest to that.
Yeah. Wore my shirt, I think it was 2 Sundays ago, but I wore my shirt that said I work to support my wife's quail habit. And someone texted me the next day and they're like, your wife has the largest quail habit in the US. And I was like, yes, that is an accurate statement. Yeah.
It's not a bad thing though. Like, it could be worse things.
Yeah. I definitely, Kristen showed me that shirt, I don't know, like a year and a half ago, and I'm like, yep, that's definitely it.
We need one your size for sure.
But yeah, a surprising note, I actually picked up a free refrigerator today.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. I wish I could show a picture.
Yeah,
I just need to show a picture because it's made out of wood.
Right.
So it's all wood on the outside and it's glass on all 4 sides, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to be turning that into a hatcher for us because we definitely need it.
Yeah.
Don't need anything really that big, but I think it's the same size as yours, Zach. But we'll grow into it.
I would say we'll definitely grow into it, I'm sure.
But yeah, that was an exciting find. A nice hotel nearby posted on Facebook, and I saw the post, and I'm like, "Yep, that's mine."
Sold.
Me. I'm like, I want to get it.
Yeah, I shouldn't say sold because you got it for free, right?
Yeah, I got it for free. It was awesome.
Frugal Kugel. But yeah, we can get into the comments and Q&A unless you guys have anything else.
I don't, unless Zach got something more to say.
I don't think so. I'm sure something will come up in the comments and I'll tangent, but not right now.
All right, we'll get started here. Verna says, "Evening, Kristen, Brandon, and everyone." Hi, Verna. Thanks for moderating for us and everything. Appreciate it. Jasmine says, "Hello, friends. Excited to tune in tonight. Some of my faves, talking about one of my passions. Not favorite passion. I'm sorry, I'm adding words. What?
I like.
What's that, Zach?"
I said I like the energy.
Let's see here. Jasmine Drake says, "Hi there. Looking forward to tuning in as a quail life newbie." Awesome. Welcome for joining us.
Welcome to the addiction.
Yeah. If you have any questions, let us know. Jasmine, the other Jasmine says, "Hello, Jasmine. This is a fantastic place to be for a newbie, or any quail fanatic for that matter." Yes, it is. It's awesome. Berna says, hit the thumbs up. Please show some excitement. Yes, excitement. And then she shared a link for our sexting videos. I'm just hitting stuff. I'm sorry. Katrina says, hello from Gilroy, California. Welcome.
Welcome.
Jasmine Bass says, I bought some more WTF hatching eggs. They should be arriving in the PO tomorrow.
Yay.
And the auction eggs I bought from my share are going into lockdown Friday. Yippee. And I did a test batch of my own.
Oh, great.
That's awesome.
She started off kind of rocky as far as the incubation goes, but she's got it under control and she is well on her way now. That's great.
Yeah, she had some really good luck with some of my
fun colors.
Fun colors. Yeah, I don't know. It was a mixed breed colored batch.
They're really pretty though.
But they're really pretty, and she sent us some pictures. Sweet.
Her setup is really cool too.
Yeah, I love her aviary.
Like I would live in there, seriously.
Oops, sorry. Verna says my pansy peas are 13 days old today and very rambunctious. That's awesome. We don't have any pansy peas. I think we
have like 4.
We have 4.
There was only 4 left after QuailCon.
Yeah, everybody bought the pansy peas.
And Zach is like, take what you want. I'm like, okay, well, I want those 4 for sure. And that's all there was. So, But I got all 4 hatched. So 100% hatch out of those 4 little guys.
So that was awesome. Jasmine Bass says, and they hatched 2 days ago. Now I call them fluffy raisins thanks to Kristen. Sorry. I'm murdering this thing, not being able to do it right. I apologize. Verna says, Jasmine, I have growl feed going to lockdown on Friday too. And then Jasmine said, oh yay, lockdown for your next batch is today or tomorrow. And Verna said tomorrow, so. Yep, never mind. I'm just putting stuff up here that shouldn't be up here. This one. Verna, do not count on any of my participation in the giveaways tonight, please. LOL. I have been very lucky lately, and my incubators have no rest.
They've had no rest.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'll let you speak.
Say last week I was struggling to speak. Now it's you. Your turn.
Katrina said, tired. I'm away from work last night and tonight. Let's see here. Jasmine Drake says, apologize. Just went into lockdown yesterday for Scarlet Tuxedo Celadons and Jumbo Fab Fees. I hope I got the names right, LOL. From Cali Quail Keepers. Super stoked. Awesome.
Yeah, it's fun getting some blue eggs in your rollout.
What was that, Zach?
I said best of luck to you.
Let's see here. That's Jasmine replying to other Jasmine. Beautiful color selections. James here from Maryland, Bad Penny, or MD Bad Penny, or MD Bad Penny.
Maryland?
Or Maryland? I don't know. Is that Maryland?
I think so.
I think it is. I just wasn't sure. Grafted Branch Homestead says, hi all.
Hello.
Welcome.
Jasmine Drake says, just hatching eggs, nothing on 2 feet yet.
Soon,
yeah. Winter says, hi all. Hello. Jasmine's asking how the Grafted Branches Homestead quail projects are coming along.
I remember correctly, Grafted Branch Homestead is pretty new to quail as well. So we got a lot of newbies here tonight.
Yeah. Was that the one that won our eggs?
No, that was while
While
we
you're
were
waiting. I'm sorry, I'm looking on the list on the wall that I have. Let's see here. What was that? Okay.
You've skipped Todd.
I was not trying to skip Todd. Hi, Todd. Thank you for showing up. Good evening, everybody from Georgia. Ed's here. Ed got bait. Hi, Verna and everyone.
Hope your mother-in-law is doing well.
Yeah.
Been thinking about you. I was gonna message you Monday, and then that whatever day Facebook went down, I'm like I couldn't even get on to say anything.
I think that was Tuesday.
So been thinking about you. I hope all is well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I talked to text him today. We were texting back and forth, and we were texting the day before that too. And he sent me something else that we will be opening up on my video on Sunday. So it's pretty funny. You will want to tune in for that.
Yes, you would. I actually know what that is. He messaged me before probably you knew about it, Zach. And he's like, "Do you think Zach will like this?" And I'm like, "Yes."
It's amazing.
It's hilarious.
Funny.
And then, yeah, I think the UPS guy got scared of a geese or something. I heard.
Yeah. The geese were scary for him.
Alyssa says hi from Michigan.
Hello, neighbor.
William says hi, everybody. Welcome, William. PJ's Family Farm. Oh, wow. It's the only thing. Sorry. Says hi. Welcome to the live. Grafted Branch Homestead. Great. Incubator is done. Brooder and hutch will be next week. Thanks for asking. Oh, Jasmine asked. Yeah. Yep. It's a question. That's awesome.
It's exciting.
It is. Editing my videos now and waiting for the eggs next week.
Very cool.
That is awesome. That is cool. Can't wait to see them completed, Jasmine says. That'd be interesting to see. Joan says hello from Southern Arizona. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Beth is here. Hello, everybody. Chat is full and hopping early tonight. Yes, that's awesome. Thank you guys for showing up. Thank you, Beth. S.L. Swanson here. Hello, Cuz and everyone else. Greetings from all the way from Memphis. Katrina here says, I am gone for work right now. So my boyfriend collected the eggs last night. He said there was a lady sitting on 4 eggs. Going to let her keep them. We'll find out in a few days if she's actually broody.
Very cool.
That's awesome. I have not been able to achieve that yet, and I've been trying. Not really hard, but
hoping, kind of, not trying.
Brenna says evening, Zach, Kristen, and Brandon. See, that was all the stuff before 1 o'clock.
I would say now, 1
or,
o'clock.
I mean 7 o'clock. Wow.
I was like, whoa, they really were early. Holy mackerel.
And then Jasmine Bass says hello, and Rynick Poultry and Avery is here. Howdy from North Carolina. Hi.
Hello.
Dale's here. He made it to the show.
Yay.
Welcome.
He was, pretty busy last night.
He was busy last night?
Yeah, he texted me, and they had a order that he didn't realize they had until about like 8 o'clock at night. And so he was outside for quite some time getting ready.
Awesome.
That's a good problem to have, though.
That's what I said.
Yep. PJ's Family Farms, good evening. Kelly's here from Feathered Connections. Yahoo, I'm here. Get psyched.
Woo-hoo.
Nice to meet, not meet you, but nice to see you here. Ed Got Baked says, I like quail because in just 8 to 10 weeks, they're fully grown and you can start the next batch. That's very true.
Huge benefit. For
Yeah.
sure. The turnaround time.
It's my most favorite part about them. They come out quick, especially when you have a huge falconer ordered.
Oh, send help.
Yeah. I called 64 birds last night, though. So
there you go.
We're getting there.
You made quick work of it, though.
Jasmine says those trays are awesome from experience. And yeah, Jasmine did an awesome job. So she bought the wood filled ones, and she stained them, and they turned out fantastic.
They're gorgeous.
Very cool.
Tamitha Dottie, Trinity Game Birds of Trinity, Alabama. Okay, I'm sorry.
It took me a second too.
Loved QuailCon.
Great, that's awesome. Hopefully you'll be able to make it back next year.
Yeah. QuailCon rocked. I loved it. S.L. Swanson said, love those trays. I'll need more soon myself. Well, just let me know. I still have some and I can print more.
I know a guy.
Rynick Poultry says, Zach isn't out with the frogs and spiders.
Not tonight. In comfort.
So you might have a spider sneak up behind you. I mean, you are on the porch.
They usually stay away around here.
Do they? We'll zoom in here and see if anybody can spot one for you quick.
I can keep an eye on myself tonight.
Grafted Branch Home said, what are these trays? So these trays here are trays that hold 15 quail eggs, and that's like
maybe
more centered.
A lighter one, maybe
lighter,
so you can see better.
That might work better. She's
there
smart.
You go.
She's way smarter than I am. And they stack, so they go. Oh, ours. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm showing Zach and not.
Oh God,
not
what did
me.
I do? I broke it.
Wow.
There we go.
You really broke it.
I did. I don't know what I did, you guys.
Did we lose Zach now?
Oh no. Zach? Uh-oh.
I think we lost Zach. I think you booted Zach off.
I didn't mean to. Oh wait.
There he is.
Hi.
I'm sorry.
I don't know what I did.
Did she knock you off or did?
No, I got knocked off.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So anyways, these trays stack. I have them in multiple colors. They hold 15 eggs each. And they're neat. They will hold a jumbo egg.
Very cool.
I'll switch Zach back because everybody wants to see him.
No, I don't think that's the case at all.
Spiders.
I've got bait says, hi Zach, how's your little 8-legged friend?
Charlotte is doing just fine, thank you.
I think you talked about Charlotte.
You named it?
Yeah, he had Charlotte. He was talking on, I suppose you missed half the live stream on Sunday.
I was working, yeah.
You were working, yeah. I'm sure if you guys noticed, if you're talking to Whiskey Tango Farms, you like towards the end was all her, and like because she's way more chatty in the chat. Like I can barely pay attention to the chat and what Zach says because I like to listen to what all the questions are, and like
I do both.
And she multitasks. I'm way too focused. I don't know. It's either the chat or Zach, one or the other. Verna says, wow, thanks, Brandon and Kristen. I'm assuming that's for the donation stuff. Yeah, no problem. I really, I'm honored for chipping in. S.L. Swanson says, super donations. They're in Zach's favorite. Thanks for joining in. Yeah. Let's see here. Kelly has a question. Zach and WTF. If you could only pick one animal to have on your farm or homestead other than quail, what would it be?
I'll go first. I know my answer.
I know
Rabbits.
yours is rabbits.
Well, okay. Like
I was
ones
just,
I have
thought
now,
you were
I
going
want
to say,
emu.
you know, oh wow, okay. I figured you were going to say goats.
That too, and a peacock, and a llama.
Okay, just
I
stop.
can't pick.
She said one animal. One other. What's, in my opinion, the other best homesteading animal would be rabbits, just because it's a different variety of meat than the quail, even though they are kind of similar. It's just like quail's kind of dark meat, rabbits white meat, chicken, if you want to think it that way.
And they also reproduce relatively quick, or at least quicker than a chicken.
Yeah. What about you, Zach?
Well, for self-sufficient use, I would say the Angus cows that we have. If it was something small, it would probably be our geese. But obviously, if it was any animal on the farm, we'd have to pick Maggie, our Great Dane. Otherwise,
I would have to agree with that. I love Maggie. Let's see. Tracy says, "Good evening, everybody."
Hello. Hope you're feeling well. What?
I don't know.
Never mind.
I don't know. So that's
okay. Sorry.
All right. Katrina says, "That's awesome to make it a more complete setup for the young ones." Yeah, that was the idea. When I saw that and everything, I'm like, and adding the brooder, I'm like, well, they need more. I mean, like, I want to give them everything they need to get started. So, you know, it's where we can help. They already got a brooder. It's not like I could add that. But
they'll be ready to go.
Yep.
Right. Got the whole setup now.
Yep. Yeah, the brooder. And the only thing they're missing out of the stuff that we're sending, I'm not sending the light bulb for the brooder.
Yeah, because it might break.
Because I was worried about shipping. But yeah, it'll be the brooder, light fixture, and then the water and feeder.
Well, the light will change too. I mean, the light, it's hard to say where they're going to be doing. If it's in a controlled room, you know, if it's in...
Right. Yeah.
Controlled, you're not going to use a major heat lamp or, you know, the 120 watt or the 240 or, you know. So
yep. Yeah.
Them to pick out anyway.
That's what I was kind of thinking as well. And the light fixture is rated up to, they actually said it was rated up to 600 watts, which is ridiculous.
You don't need that big
so it will work with a 200 watt, you know, heat lamp or whatever.
We still have like little quail nuggets fried up.
Yeah.
Right.
Crafted Branch Homestead, and it says I can't read. This contest is awesome.
It was an awesome idea by Zach.
Yeah, it is. Jesse Mills says, "Good evening, Zach, Kristen, Brandon, Berna, and everybody."
Hello. Well, he loved your picture.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Maggie.
Yeah, speaking of Maggie, Jesse sent me a little hanging plaque because at QuailCon, Maggie, I set my burger down. I had like, I don't know, a bite or two out of, and not thinking about it at all. I turned around.
A dog that big.
Yeah, not thinking about a Great Dane because it's yay tall. Yeah, she ate or licked my burger, so I didn't get to finish it.
So the sign says I licked it, so it's mine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I don't know where I was.
That was it. Yep.
Okay. Jasmine Drake says, "Super cool." Grafted Branch Homestead says, "The small things get overlooked. So cool to really get them going." Yeah, thanks.
I agree. I think that's a great point.
Ed says, "Zach is breaking up." I think he's doing okay now. I did notice that he was breaking up a little bit.
Oh, okay.
And then Verna says, "Don't forget about the incubator, Zach."
That's true. I just haven't decided which one we're going with yet, so I didn't. But yeah, they'll have an incubator as well.
Yeah. Todd says, "Good evening, Kristen, Brandon, and Zach." I don't know. I don't know. Jasmine Bass says, "Love how generous you all are for this contest for the youngins. It's awesome, and the recipients will be so blessed and the setup for and set up. Wow, and set up for success.
Yeah, that's the goal. If we can start changing the young people's minds, then I think we can turn a lot of stuff around in the future.
Yep. And then James says, "Do we have an incubator source chosen for the 18 and under yet?"
No, I've looked into some things. No, I haven't fully decided yet.
Drafted Branch Homestead says, "I like that shirt." I'm guessing you're talking about Zach's awesome talking about quail shirt. You can get that at myshirefarm.com.
No, I don't think
Or
so.
They're out. I'm sorry.
We've got some up there, but yeah, these are discontinued. They're just mine now. I took the rest.
Sorry, you can't get those.
I don't think that I have worn a non-Myshire shirt in probably 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I wore the QuailCon shirt, but that still had Myshire on it. So.
Morgan says, "Hello, everybody.
Welcome."
Welcome." And then SL Swanson says, "Zach, did you 30 to meet the size of their new incubator? Did you do 30 to meet the size of the incubator?"
I don't know yet as far as the size there goes, but I did do that for the size for Quail's brooder. Because if we send 60 and they hatch out 45 or 50, they would need extra space. So if I send 30 and 20, 25 hatch, that brooder will be just sufficient. So that's why I kind of changed it. And a lot of the kids really enjoy candling. And so that's, yeah, I changed it for multiple reasons, but that was a big part of it.
Dale's Quail says, "Zach nailed it, setting up the next generation better than we are now." I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I was doing a YouTube video today that I'm posting on Friday because I've got a busy week, and next week I think I might be out of town, but I still haven't heard. And for some reason, I just went on this crazy rant for like 10 minutes about how we got to change things and blah, blah. And I was like, what? I can't post that. I can't. So I sent it to Jenna, and then I deleted it. And she's like, yeah, you can't. That had nothing to do with what you were talking about. I was like, I don't know where it came from. I don't even know. So,
yeah, you'll have that. We have that in the big jobs.
Yeah.
Kelly says, "Oh my gosh, both of your shirts are awesome. Do you sell those?" Well, we just went over that.
I think they're about your shirt.
Yeah, my shirt. This thing?
Oh, his is grunt style.
Yeah, it's yeah.
It says Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. We need to make our
We are working on. I need to get her out of doing quail farm chores for 5 minutes so she can design something.
I'm always like covered in poop. So
well, to be honest, we've been trying to finish the quail barn.
Yeah.
Because
I really want to do that video.
We didn't finish it, and
there's not enough time in the day. And then my shirt is just from Fleet Farm. It says "Chase your dreams with whiskey."
There you go.
I should have wore Whiskey Helps tonight.
Yeah, you should have. I just washed it too. I just pulled it out of the dryer.
Oh well. Ed Got Bait says, "Zach, have you contacted a feed supplier like Purina to donate feed to go with everything for the 18 and under contest?"
I actually, so on our YouTube live video on Sunday, I noticed a lot of people were paying quite a bit for their feed cost. And so I reached out I use Brewbaker, which is a local feed company. And they provide, what they do is they make the layer feed that we have, because we custom make that. And then they work with Kalambach, and that's where I get my starter feed from. Well, years and years ago, Klombach is the ones that actually came up with this special formula. So I called them this week and said, I'd really like to get in contact with the PhD doctors and everything. So they're supposed to be calling me in the next couple of days with contact information. And ideally, what I'd like to do is work with them on trying to get our feed distributed to a bunch of, like Tractor Supply or something like that, which they might have some pull for, and find other ways that you can lower your feed cost. So there's a lot of feed stuff in the works. A lot of that is corporate ran, so it's a very slow process.
It's cool though.
Yeah, that's awesome that you're working with them, getting that together. I thought about talking to our feed supplier and seeing if they could adjust the recipe, because we have something we use for our layer that's very similar to what you use, but I think the calcium's a little high, if I remember looking at it, and that's the only thing I really want to change.
Mm-hmm.
Katrina says roosters are much quieter after you call the extras. Yeah.
Yes, they are.
They are very loud when you are calling others, and they watch you.
They're staring. They're like, "What are you doing to my friend?" Oh.
S.L. Swanson says, Brandon, it's a new toy. Play away.
There you go.
Thanks. I just hope I don't make you guys sick trying to swap people around. Crafted Branch Homestead says, when it is too cold to put new babies outside, if I'm hatching in late October, early November, and it gets around 30 at night, then how long should I keep them inside for?
It's a good question.
Zach, do you want to take that one, or do you want to?
I would say probably 3 or 4 weeks, like definitely fully feathered. And if you can move them to the garage first and then outside, that might be a good transition.
You got anything to add, Zach?
Yeah, I think a transition is ideal. So typically what we do when it's at its coldest, and you obviously get colder than what we do here in Ohio, but so during winter season, we will actually leave the light on until week 4. Now we cover the tops of the brooders so that it maintains the heat. At week 3, we take the boxes off the top and just leave the light on for the next week. And then from week 4 to week 5, they stay in the brooder, but the light goes off. And if they're doing okay that week, then they'll move to the main barn, which is not controlled at all. But yeah, I definitely agree that it should be a staggered process to get them used to it.
Yep. And Katrina was asking Ed Gappe, I think he was saying he was thinking about getting a gift card for the feed. Did you mention that?
Someone had mentioned that. We will be something on that. Yes. We got a lot of stuff that we've changed with the 18 and under contest. So it always worries me when I make a bunch of changes and then keep going. Sometimes I like to just settle and then go, okay, now let's move on. But yeah, we will do everything we can for them.
It's awesome. Jasmine says, I have been discussing my obsession with coturnix quail, and I have about 5 others who are now exploring the addition of quail to their lives. Wow, I can't speak. It's exciting to see my passion rubbing off on others. Yeah, that's awesome.
That's awesome. That's great. That was one of my rants on the video that I'm posting. I don't know if I think it's this coming Friday's video on Quail for Profit. At the end, I've had 2 major questions that I answered. And a part of that is to get the word out there. So yeah, you're doing great. Great job.
Yeah, it's great. I know we did that around here, and I know
saturated the market.
Yeah.
That's good though.
Yep, that was awesome.
Problem.
Chuck, hey, you changed your name.
Oh, it's not sea yonk.
Yeah, it's probably because we kept calling him Chuck, and everybody knows what the C stands for. So
sorry.
Evening from East Texas. Texas. I didn't hear what Zach said. I'm sorry.
I said he's no longer anonymous.
Yeah. McLeod Family Farm. Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Hi. Crafted Branch Homestead. I breed mealworms for my chickens. Can quails have them as well? I'm assuming so. What's the thumbs up for?
Yes.
Oh.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry. Chuck says, a guy called me today asking all kinds of quail questions. Think I've got him convinced to give them a try.
That's awesome.
That's great.
I see a lot of people doing this, so I'll mention it now. So I've had 2 questions, probably maybe 30 texts or emails since I started this Quail for Profit playlist. And one of the questions was, why am I doing the Quail for Profit playlist? And am I not just adding more competition? And I went into depth on the video on Friday that I'll post, but long story short, no, I'm not. And we need more people out there like Jasmine or Chuck or, Whiskey Tango Farms or anybody like that, because when you say I raise chickens, well, everybody knows what a chicken is, and everybody knows what a chicken egg is. But when you say quail, well, we're talking about a minute market. And I really do believe, and I think a lot of people on here believe, that quail should be, and one day for sure will be the next chicken, the new chicken. And we just need enough people out there saying it. So that is my goal with that. That's a big part of why I'm doing it.
Yep. Couldn't agree more. Grafted Branch says, free fridge, how cool. Yeah, I was very excited about it. I found another fridge that was, it was a little larger than this one. It wasn't like the tall upright, like 6 foot tall or whatever. It was more of like a countertop, but it was probably the same overall size. But it was like an hour and a half away, and I was debating about messaging them back because they said it was available, and then I saw this one today. I'm like, I hopped on that right away.
This one looks really cool too. Like, I like that it's made out of wood and it's all see through.
Yeah. Reineck Poultry says, we are willing to do a $20 gift card for feed for the 18 and under contest every month. I would need to know their feed store or do a Visa gift card.
Cool.
Very nice of you. I'm working on a couple things first. I'd like to get them some quality feed. But yeah, go ahead and text me. And I think I saw that you text already. But if you want to get with me, what is today? Wednesday? Yeah, if you want to get with me maybe midweek next week, I should have some informations again with the feed and the incubator stuff, because it's a corporation kind of thing. It's going to take some more time. But hopefully we can get some good quality feed to them at a decent price is the goal. But yeah, we could definitely use a little bit more help. That would be for sure.
Oh, we're really behind. We're at 7:09.
I blame Zach.
I'm
not reading the questions, and I take no responsibility.
Thanks.
Threw you under the bus.
Berta says that will make a great incubator, Brandon. Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
great. I have plans for it. I'm definitely going to do a video on it because I have different ideas than what Zach did. Not saying that he did it wrong. But I just want to try different things.
Sure.
Grafted Branch Homestead says, in tubs, in oats, I give them organic vegetables. I cut the bottom out of one, very little space. I don't know if somebody was talking and I missed it.
How do you raise them?
Yeah, Katrina asked how Grafted Branch raised them. So that was just an answer back.
I think, yeah.
Yeah. Katrina said that's so nice, Rhineck Poultry, to offer that. That is, it's awesome. And then Crafty Branch says they sell the mealworms to pet owners.
Very cool.
Hopefully for the pets, not the owners.
Lissa says, question, can you keep more than one breeding group together in a cage? Yep, that's exactly what Zack does, and we are moving towards. We're kind of switching things up and going to community cages. So
you're giving stuff away. Stay tuned.
Sorry.
Yeah, colony breeding is a lot more time efficient for sure.
Yep.
And feed efficient and water. Yes, colony breeding is the way to go.
Jasmine Drake says, that's awesome, Jasmine. I'm trying to convince my cousins-in-law to try them since she's allergic to chicken eggs.
Very cool.
We had one of our customers this past weekend from a swap. She said that she's allergic to chicken eggs, and that's why she got into quail from us. And she was super excited because the quail she bought from us, she bought chicks, had just started laying, and she tried them, and they were really good. So it's cool.
Great.
Yeah, they didn't know what a celadon egg was.
Oh my gosh.
And then Kristen told her, and she's like, I gotta have one of those. So next weekend we have to give her a celadon chick.
Maybe a couple. We'll see.
Crafty Branch says, what's the average male to female ratios you get in hatching? I'll let you answer that, Zach.
You always want to assume a 50-50. It'll vary every time. I mean, there's some times where we'll get 75% hens and go, oh, we hit the jackpot. And then there's sometimes where we'll hit 80% males and we'll go, okay, I'll call my reptile people. But on average, it'll always average out to be about 50-50.
Yeah, we've definitely had issues with some males before, getting tons of males.
And then the one time we actually wanted a bunch of males, and of course we got a bunch of females then. Like, okay, well, we'll work with it, but
yeah.
Let's see here. Jasmine Bass says, yes, we are going to be a refrigerator baiter hatcher buddies. I got my fridge gutted and waiting to see what Dennis's extra ideas about building it before I buy the equipment and stuff for it.
Very cool.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Do that video. Ideally, I can do that video tomorrow, and we'll post it next week. But I am running out of time very quickly.
I'm sorry, I'm slow.
I still love you.
She's like nudging me. Alyssa says, do you keep your quail outside in the winter? I have a couple cages outside. I do keep. I know Zach doesn't because
I will. I've got some stuff coming my way, and we will be keeping some outside all year long. So that'll be fun.
Awesome.
See, the only reason we keep ours in a building, honestly, is for my own comfort.
And in the building? I mean, well, yeah. you need them inside to be able to produce well for eggs and everything. Mm-hmm. And the main reason, too, is the water. And, it's a semi-heated barn, so we don't have water issues with the water system.
I was knocking on wood.
By the way, Wynola Ranch I talked to last week, and I forgot about this, but they said that they have their waters outside, and they actually use a bubbler for like an aquatic tank, and that keeps the water from freezing as well, which I thought was a pretty good idea.
Yeah, so what we did on one of our chicken nipple watering system, I actually had a pump that recirculated the water throughout the tubing, and then used an aquarium heater, and that worked extremely well.
Oh, and then the heated tape around the PVC.
Yeah, we added that as well, just for extra measure, and it did great. Tamitha says, what are the best points to use about quail to sell quail and eggs on my website when I finish building the site called Trinity Game Birds, and what to avoid? I'm Trinity Game Birds of Alabama. You're silent.
I was waiting for you guys to answer.
Oh, I don't know. I figured you're the quail for profit genius, so you were going to answer that question.
The guru.
Well, you'll have to watch our videos and find out. There's a video coming on that. I think that it's a best practice to get some experience first before you start selling them online. And I think that it's a good practice to make sure it's very important to have a very strong local foundation first before you do that. And when you are ready, whenever that is, then it's best to look at all competition, find out what you like, and then dive deeper. Ask yourself, why do I like that? And don't duplicate it. You know, don't copy and paste it, but come up with your own way. So if it's, hey, I really like this because it really shows passion and enthusiasm. Okay, well then that's your focus. That's what you want. You know, that's what you want to do. And you want to sell quality and not price. And you want to be competitive. I actually read a book this week. Jenna found a book called Quail for Profit. I had no idea existed, and she ordered it, and it came in, and I read it, and there was not one thing in that entire book that I agreed with. Not one thing. And I went, oh dear. So I could be completely wrong. Maybe I just got super lucky with this business and I've just got great customers and it's getting me by. That could be the case. But yeah, slow and steady. I strongly believe in it. And I would not, I think it's best to add colors as you go or add jumbos, add varieties as you go. So you start with one and then you add another and then you add another and then you add another. Because it's quite confusing when you've got 18 different cages with 18 different colors in it and you're just starting out and you go, what? Like, you can do it and it's possible and it's doable, but you got to build yourself up to it. So that would be my recommendation on that.
Yeah, and then you have only one breeder set of those colors, and you ask for an order to ship them.
And you're like, oh, I don't have that many.
You're like, yeah, I don't have any. You know, or it's going to be 6 days before you collect them. Well, then you can't ship them.
Right. Yeah.
Kelly, I'm sorry. What was that?
I said, yeah. So slow and steady. I'm hammering in.
Kelly says, is there any info for QuailCon 2022? She wants to help.
We have discussed it a couple of different times. Nothing set in stone. We've put some feelers out there for quite a bit more speakers. It is going to be a 2-day event. That's been confirmed. And it's September 5th and 6th, maybe?
Is it going to be Saturday, Sunday?
Yeah.
So 3rd and 4th.
Okay. So it's going to be September 3rd and 4th, which is Saturday and Sunday before a holiday, which is Labor Day? Memorial. I don't know.
Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Okay. I always get so confused on holidays.
Me too.
So yeah, it'll be that Saturday and Sunday, just like it was last year, and it'll be a 2-day event, and we have got a ton of new stuff that we're going to be doing. Nothing's confirmed, so I'm not going to say anything, but we've got some exciting stuff. So you've got to stay tuned.
Yep. It'll be a few months.
Yeah.
Jennifer Myers says, "What do you do with extra eggs? I scrambled, put in ice trays, and froze today. I still have 8 dozen or so." Well, sometimes when I have extra eggs, they go in the compost or
Pets.
the dogs.
By dogs, he means 1 dog and 3 cats.
Well,
But he calls the cats dogs.
yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'll cook them up and give them the animals. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, as of now, we don't have any extra eggs,
Which is
so
great.
that's
Great.
a good thing. And it's not because the birds stopped laying or anything. I mean, they're laying. We just don't have eggs to go around for us.
Everybody.
Yeah. That's a good problem to have. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can do with them. Giving some to family and friends just to help them out. And if you're wanting to try to make a little bit of money and just sell the excess eggs, then you can always deliver them to local businesses and give them a business card. Pickling eggs, and then you could sell the pickle eggs if you'd like, or eat them. Yeah, or dog treats, or there's a million different things. It's like bubblegum shrimp. There's something. There's always an extra thing, so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah, I think my favorite thing to do with them is to pickle them. I love pickled quail eggs. Ed Got Bait says, "To everyone, share both WTF and My Shire videos in faces to your friends."
On Facebook, maybe?
That would be. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I'd appreciate it. Wow. Kelly says, "Between the eggs I got from you guys and the 230 from Zach and like 100 of my own after hatching, I don't have enough brooders for one the house or the brooders. One the house. Haha, send help. You only have one brooder?"
Yeah, I saw your post on Facebook today saying I've got like 200 chicks that need new zip codes immediately. Please help. And I was like, uh-oh, she's a hatchaholic.
Yeah, you need to find some more help.
Dale's Quails, get some brooders.
Yes, he actually just posted it. He said, "Kelly, we can help with that." Yeah, I would definitely check out Dale's Quails. He's got some awesome equipment, and he's a Wisconsinite, and he's kind of family.
And he's a Canadian
he's a Canadian. Canadian A there guy.
Yeah, der hey.
Sorry. Dale says, "I think we should all convince Brandon to get Kristen a dozen buttons."
Oh dear.
And a couple of the Bailey Quail.
How's that go again? Yeah, that's it. So I thought you were bringing buttons up in a couple weeks.
Thanks for reminding him.
Well, he said he was going to come up and do that rabbit thing and get some eggs or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, we were going to trade a bunch of stuff. Oh, let's see here. Oh, there's a lot of people talking to each other. Chuck here. I've gone from about 80 birds down to 11, and a guy is supposed to come by those tomorrow. We'll start all over again soon.
That's great. Congratulations.
Yeah. Let us know if either of us can help you. Let's see here. Crafted Branch says, any spiders in that room, Zach? LOL.
Yeah, there's one right there. I'm keeping an eye on it. It's okay.
It's got all of its hundreds of eyes on you too.
Chuck says he may be
Burrow.
moving.
It'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah, Chuck says he's maybe moving, so I thought I'd make it easier with no birds. And still have about 40 chinchillas, though. Oh, wow.
Nice.
They're so
He's got
cool.
great that.
I have no idea how it sounds.
Meringue.
Meringue cookies sound delicious. I guess you can. That would be a lot of egg white from a quail egg.
I would not want to separate that.
I wouldn't either.
We're posting a fun video on Friday about the biggest quail egg omelet that we made. It's going to be pretty cool. So you have to check that out.
I'll definitely check that out. I know we've made some pretty large omelets. We made a quail quiche.
No,
that was awesome. The kids, I never thought they would like quiche, but they devoured that. And I think it had like 60 or 80 quail eggs in it to fill up the cast iron pan.
And then a bunch of vegetables from our garden. Like, it was really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were doing the omelet video, and I said, do we have like onions and peppers? And they're like, did you go pick them? And I'm like, no. And they're like, do you want to? And I was like, salt and pepper's fine. Let's go.
But that's not the whole self-sufficiency lifestyle, Zach. I mean, come on.
They're all the way over on the other side. We can have them in another meal.
Ed Got Bait says, thanks for the thoughts and prayers. You're welcome. Tamatha says, what are the best points to use about quail to sell quail and eggs on my website? That's basically the same question. She just fixed it. Sorry. Ed says, wife is with her mom now, comforting her. Okay.
Good.
Dale says 3.5 hours for 110 plucked, by the way.
There you go. Now you know. I called 3, so you got to pick up your pace a little bit, buddy.
Winter says, the only problem I have had is getting the baby quails from the light to the pen. I'm getting better at it. Any helpful suggestions?
From the light to the pen. I don't think I know what that means.
I'm guessing from the brooder light, from the brooder, so switching from the brooder to the pens? I don't know.
Yeah, Winter, if you want to maybe reword it, because I'm not. It's been a long day, but if you want to reword it, I'll try my best to help.
Yeah. Grafted Branch Homestead says, I will be at QuailCon next year for sure.
Woo-hoo.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Dale says, I don't know how highlight names. Oh, he's trying to
Tag people.
Oh, he said Katrina here. He hand plucked all those. Verna shared our web address. Thank you, Verna. Clicking on things I shouldn't click on. Crafted Branch Homestead said, can I buy these trays from you? Yes, you can. Please email me at brandon@whiskeytangofarms.net or info@whiskeytangofarms.net. Nikki James says, hi, everybody. I made it late, but I made it. Been scrubbing pens all day, preparing for the new birds to go in. Awesome.
Nice. We've got our MPIP tomorrow.
Ooh. You have to do that
fun.
twice a year at your place, right?
Yeah.
Winter says, another question for y'all. Do you all guys freeze quail? And if so, how long do you keep them in the freezer? So freeze them for what? Human consumption? Yes, we do freeze some for human consumption. We just vacuum pack them.
Yeah, you do
and
the
then
spatch.
we haven't kept them very long though.
No.
Zach, how long do you keep your frozen quail?
Kept them for as long. I mean, usually we're out in maybe 3 months. I mean, because we vacuum seal them and freeze them, so they could go a lot longer, but
Yeah,
they
I think.
don't last more than 3 months in the freezer.
Yeah, I think with the vacuum seal, you can have them up to a year, I believe, in a deep freeze. Verna says she can't find the trays on our website. No, they're on the website. I've been really slacking, and she's been slacking about doing anything with the website. But that's both our fault.
I don't work from home.
I don't work from home. I work from home, but I work a lot. Chad says, "Hi guys, running late. Kids are acting berserko. I think they downed some sugar juice. Zach, eggs came in today. They are resting and will go in the incubator tomorrow."
Awesome. Best of luck and keep me posted.
That's sweet. Yeah, I got a bunch of eggs from Zach, and the box looked like the UPS or USPS drop kicked them.
It looks like he bit into them.
Yeah, the whole side of the box was missing.
Oh yeah, how did those turn out?
I had one cracked that I could tell. I started like the ones that were down there. I candled to see if I'd seen any cracks. I didn't really see any, but one out of all, I think that was 210 eggs was cracked for sure. So I'll let you know once I put them in lockdown how they turn out.
I have to kill this spider. I'll be right back.
Okay. Ed Got Bait says if you use the Wynola Ranch watering cup setup with the white clips that hold in the cage, turn the cups to touch the cage. The birds find it hard to get the cups
on the cups
or get on the cups, and they work the same. Okay. Yeah, he's talking about turning the cups a little bit so they don't. Yeah, the birds don't jump on top of them and get dirty and drain your water. Is it gone?
Yeah, well, I mean it's here, but it's not going to scare me anymore.
You called it.
That's right. I gave it plenty of chances to go away.
Verna says I would have chose Cavi due to my lack of space. Additional animal for her homestead. Yeah, I get that. Beth says I sometimes get so busy in the chat that I have to go back and watch the live stream again later because I missed a lot of what Zach had to say. See, I'm not the only one.
There you go.
It's either I sit here and I read all the chat and I like focus on that and everybody's interesting stuff, and then or I just listen to Zach. Anyways, Grafted Branch said, "How quickly after receiving eggs should they go into the incubator?" Oops, they want to do that.
About 24 hours or so. That's for mailed eggs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm assuming. I mean, she said after receiving the eggs.
Yeah, if they're just hand
I'm
transported.
assuming she. I'm sorry. I apologize.
If they're hand transported, they don't really have to rest. But if they're in the mail, I'd give them 24 hours, pointy side down.
Chuck was saying they could maybe mount the cups on the outside of the cage instead.
Yeah, you definitely could because they'll swing, or just get the troughs.
Or get the troughs. Yes.
I love those troughs. Even the yellow ones, I love the troughs.
The yellow ones.
Yeah, they have little smaller yellow troughs, but they work great for Wynola Ranch cages.
Oh, okay. I think I seen that in that video that Dennis was doing. Stacy says, "Good evening, everyone. While we're waiting from Wyandotte County, Ohio."
That was the one you were thinking of. That's up on the board.
Yep. Yeah, she won eggs from Zach on Sunday, and she wants some jumbos, and we got a couple weeks wait on jumbos, I believe. So, Grafted Branch says, "How big should a brooder be for 60 quail?" You can answer that one, Zach.
10 square feet. I recommend chicks per square foot in the brooder and 3 to 3.5 quail per square foot in cages.
Everybody was answering that question in the chat too.
It's a good question.
That is a very good question. Frank Kimball's here. Says, hi, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Verna says she calls them in a different room where the quail are and even where the holding tote is. That's very nice of you.
I put a towel over the cage.
Well, you did for the first set of whatever.
Yeah, the second
one you were so busy that you weren't around. But yeah, that's nice of you. Katrina says, Zach, that would be great to get better, less expensive options. I get my feed from a feed barn, and the feed is somewhat local, a little cheaper than Tractor Supply, and in an okay price range.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, I'm hoping that we can hoping we can help a lot of people out, but I can just be an advocate for that. I'll push it, but there's not much control I have in that aspect.
Yeah. Robin C says, hello, everybody. Sorry I'm late.
Welcome.
We don't take attendance. I'm stealing
Where's
that one.
Chris?
I'm sorry. Where's Chris? Yeah. That's a Chris, slightly redneck thing. Stacy Mullins here says, it would be great to be able to get your layer feed from Kalmbach. We are using 16% layer feed from them along with Wild Flush and their rabbit pellets.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, we were using 17% chicken layer before I found this other 20% layer feed that they have, that they actually specifically say is for game birds and chickens. But they're, like I said, the calcium's too high. I think they have at max 3.5% or something like that in there. Tama says, how do I get NPIP certified? My local agriculture says they do testing but have no one comfortable testing coturnix quail. What should I do to get certified in Alabama?
So if you can't find somebody to test for you, which is what I was having a problem with. The problem I had was that there were people that were certified to test in our area, but everyone was out of the antigen which is what you use to test it, because it wasn't being produced because of COVID, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, well, I can get antigen now. So what do I need to do, So I actually emailed our Department of Agriculture at the state of Wisconsin, so just like the state capital. I went to their website and I emailed the lady that was head of the DATCP, and I took a class. The class was free, and I think I paid $25 to become a certified tester. And then I had to buy the antigen, which was much more expensive. And then I had to test my birds. And then I sent in my certificate to be NPIP. Like our flock is healthy. So, certified. Yes. Thank you. So, but it's going to depend on your state. So it's the National Poultry Improvement Plan, but each state does things a little differently. Like Zach said, he has to do his twice a year. I only have to do it once a year. And to be a tester, I only have to do that every 5 years. So,
we do it once a year.
Oh,
for NPIP, but we're also AI clean, and the AI clean is every 6 months.
Oh, I see. Okay.
The main reason why we were doing the AI clean is because we were shipping overseas, but then and we haven't shipped overseas since. But we're still doing the AI because I'm still working with some vets to try to get that back up and running.
Crafted Branch says, very informative. Thank you so much. I'll rewatch this video for sure. Thanks. Beth says, if there's an actual feed mill anywhere around, check prices there. My starter feed is about half the cost from the mill than it would be from Tractor Supply. Yeah, that's really good advice. I know we were getting stuff from the local, like, bigger box store, and then we moved to kind of what the feed mill is. But I mean, they were just a reseller, and we were getting a little better price. But then we went straight to the feed mill supplier and set up an account with them, and we get a good price on it now. Katrina is asking how many 3-week-olds minimum should go outside for the cuddle heat factor.
Well, Katrina's in California, so it doesn't get too cold there. Typically between 6 and 10 is kind of their huddle group, it seems like. So that's the number I'll give.
Kelly says, I keep forgetting what should the protein be at the laying adults. Our feed mill, it says milk, but feed mill keeps, I'm not pointing out, it's just whatever, keeps giving me 24%, but only other layer options is 18%. I believe the percentages is 20 or 18 to 22. Am I right, Zach?
I like to do 15 to 20.
Okay.
Is what I like. But
in your video, you said 22.
I will have to rewatch it.
Or you have to go ahead.
Ours is 17% is what we use. So I'm pretty 15 to 20. The 24 is fine and it'll work fine, but usually the protein is what costs so much in the feed. So the lower the protein, the better, because after 10, 12 weeks of them laying, that protein is just turning into fat and not anything healthy. It's not helping them grow. The calcium and the fiber and things like that is what's really helping them produce the eggs and be productive and things like that. So the more you can lower the protein, like I know Chris from Slightly Redneck, I think feeds a starter grower their entire lifespan, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just I think you can get cheaper feed by not doing that. But again, he's not raising 6,000, so
right.
So that 1 pound, that 50-pound bag lasts him quite a bit longer, where I'm doing five tons a month.
That's quite a bit more than us, but
sometimes it feels like all we do is go through feed. But
it's amazing how the transformation happens. Like I remember starting out, and I remember going to the feed store and getting like 4 bags and loading up my car back seat. I'm like, oh man, this is a lot. And then we were like, okay, well, let's do a half a pallet. And so we took the truck. And then we were like, all right, well, let's get 1 pallet. And then we took the truck. And then we were like, all right, let's get 2 pallets. And then they delivered it to us. And now it's like we have to buy 5 pallets of starter and 2 pallets of, so 7 ton a month. 5 pallets of starter and 5 pallets of layer and 2 pallets of starter each month to get my discount.
Wow.
That's crazy.
And we usually end up with like 6 bags left over every month. So we go through a lot.
Yeah, that's nuts. Frank says, making up egg orders for the weekend and watching.
Awesome.
Robin C says, hi, Stacy. The bunny buns are great. They're so friendly and enjoying them. Let's see here. Caro, I think that's, I don't know how to say that. Caro says hello to all. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, that's, no. I'm sorry.
Click happy tonight.
I know. Jasmine Bass says, how often are quail on the menu in the Kugel household and the Greene household? How many are prepared, cooked for a meal? Thanks.
You can answer that.
Right now, I'm not, we don't have any. And yeah, it's sad. I have no eggs, no meat, nothing, because we did such a good job at marketing last week.
It's a good problem to have.
How about you, Zach?
15 to 20 eggs a week, or whatever Jenna steals. And as far as meat goes, I think I've had quail meat 4 times this year. I have a big problem because I look at it as a business now, and so I can't sell it. But we're fixing that issue because I feel very guilty about it. So we're going to start raising some outside, and those are just going to be for us.
That's
So
awesome. Robin says, I just got a new customer for purchasing birds and buns. Not a huge one, but should cover the feed costs. That's great.
wonderful.
Stacy says, super excited that we get our NPIP testing done, or got an NPIP testing done yesterday. Jim was great.
Yeah, Jim is awesome. I love Jim. He was here at QuailCon and gave a speech. And yeah, I mean, Jim is just very knowledgeable, very, he's just a good guy, man. I mean, he's just a good guy.
Yep. Jasmine Drake says, what do quail taste like? Better than chicken? I would say so. And it's like dark meat chicken, sort of. It's good and can be prepared in many different ways. How about you, Zach?
Yeah, it's a little gamier than chicken. It's the way I explain it is you've got a chicken and you've got a game bird like a bob white or something like that.
Mhm.
The coturnix quail is right in the middle, so it's
Yeah.
dark. It's got a hint of game bird, but you really can't tell, and it pretty much just tastes like chicken, but it's got that little bit of game bird in it. So that's pretty much what it is.
Yep. Ed says, totally love your quail for profit. I probably could do a better balut business in my area. Can't wait for that episode.
Well, I did that today. I'll be posting it on Friday, and be prepared. Uh, I did it 3 times, and I could not get the video down. So it's 20 minutes long, but it is like I did not repeat myself. I I had to give you as much information as possible, and so it's a 20-minute video. But I made Jenna watch it, and she goes, it was great. It's good." And I said, "Okay, well," because I try to make them like 15 minutes tops, but I couldn't do it. A lot of information in the video coming.
Awesome. Can't wait. Kelly is asking, please make a community quail recipe book to sell at QuailCon next year. I think having recipes out there will help everyone who has no idea what to do with it.
It's a good idea.
That's a good idea. Rynick says, my professor's sister is allergic to chicken eggs, so I sent an 18-pack of my quail eggs. Now she's wanting to add quail to her home. That's great.
Oh, that's great. Congratulations.
A lot of people talking in the chat tonight. That's awesome. Frank here says, Kristen, are you NPIP tester? If so, I will give you a call to see if you can help me out. Thanks.
I would need to get more antigen, but yes.
I think we have some.
Not a lot. Well, it depends on how many birds you have.
Yeah.
I probably only have enough for like maybe 50 more birds.
Katrina says, nice watering ideas. Caro says, great idea for the bubbler in the water. I was asking myself how to solve that problem.
All Winola Ranch.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, you keep the top of that water going and it's not going to freeze. Ed Gape says, Zach, maybe you should do a book about quail for profit. There you go.
Yeah. Talk to Jenna about that. I got really heated about this book. Like, we were laying in bed and she was reading her book and I was reading mine, and she couldn't read a sentence before I was like, "Are you serious?" And then I'd read, like, "Why don't you just read me the book?" I said, "Fine." So we read that book together pretty much. And she was like, "Well, then just write one." And I said, "Okay, sure. The time that I have, I'll do that real quick." But eventually, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do just a full comprehensive book that's simple, easy, and it's step by step. It's quail for profit, it's colors, it's breeding, it's housing, it's all kinds of stuff, and it's just a little pamphlet, not even a book. Just a. I'd love to do it, but got to find the time to do it.
Yeah.
I've got videos now, though.
He also said, or do a kid's book about raising quail.
That is a fantastic idea, and I would first. I'd probably get more motivated to do that than I would a quail.
Yeah. That'd be awesome. Kelly says, question for Zach. Tamara Rosewell in Australia, Camellia quail has silver blue rosettas. If that's a SSC mixed with a GPC, did you ever come across that color? I know you mixed those lines before, but was not fond of the outcome.
Oh. Okay. I need to see the question again. It has silver blue. That is. Well, when we crossed SSC and GPC, it's not that it was lethal. It's that there are so many varieties of genes in there. There's so much stuff that all kinds of stuff is coming out, and then it was a very long process was the problem. So it can get very, very frustrating. But the only thing that we got out of the SSCs and GPCs together were the snowies. I don't pay too much attention on Facebook, unfortunately. But a silver blue Rosetta sounds like it's not a SSC GPC mix. It sounds like it's a silver with Rosetta base. But I'm a little confused on the whole blue. Well, I'll leave it at that.
Sounds great.
Right
on me.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Anyways, row S says, extra eggs go to my dog, my neighbor's dog, and pigs.
It's a good idea.
Great source.
Katrina says, you can make pasta. Can always sell pasta as well. It works.
Yeah.
Verna says, I donate some to the people that are low income. That's very nice. Jasmine Drake says, I'm planning on pickling them and seeing if anyone is interested at the farmer's market. Of course, eating the products.
Right.
And of course, eating, yeah. Winter said, that's a really great thing to do. Katrina says, I have pickled eggs in the refrigerator that will be done this weekend. Never had them before. Made 3 types. I hope I like them. I bet you will.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck says, I give away free eggs when people buy birds and throw in scissors for free. That's awesome. Dale says, I'm still here, guys.
Not butchering tonight, huh?
And he says, I will if you want me to, LOL. Just tell me how many.
Buttons. And the Bailey quail.
I forgot. He has California and Gambles.
Yeah.
I think he had both. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I forgot when I talked
and buttons. He's got everything I want.
Shh, we don't need all those.
Do you have peacocks and emus too? Bring those too.
Shh. All right, we got to move on.
Sorry.
Robin sees it and says, I use the extra eggs to use during group class for dog training. It is fun, and the dogs love cleaning up the dropped ones. Reason I was late arriving. Group class ran over because it was a blast.
That's
awesome.
great to hear.
S.O. Swanson, way to go. Finally wore him down on those buttons. No. They'll be outside. Katrina says, I cut the sides of 2 Sterilite tubs, makes it 9 square feet, and tape them together to make it a larger area. Works great. If you have a window store near you, they'll give away old screens for the top. That works.
That's great.
I didn't think about the finding screen for free.
Yeah.
Verna says that'll be an interesting video. I'm not sure which one she's referring to anymore.
All of them.
Yes, they all are. They're all great videos. Katrina says, I have plans and collecting materials for a brooder with glass sides. I like to see them, and they watch us too. And coated wire for the bottom of the brooder.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Great.
What's that, Zach? Sorry.
She's got it going on. She's doing great.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the coated wire. We just switched our brooders that we were building to the coated. It works great. Which nobody's have seen yet. We'll show them. I'm sure you've seen them before.
Mm-hmm.
They look very familiar to that gentleman's. That guy right there. I totally get the self-sufficiency side, but how to get over the initial and first time culling? Yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't think it ever gets easy culling anything.
Yeah, I think it's still hard for me, but I think that that's a good thing. Like, I hope that I never actually lose that, because then I think I'm losing like the caring side of myself. But I also remind myself, like, for us, like, we're Christians, so we believe like that's what they were put on the earth for. Like, they are food. So if you think of them that way, and like, I know how they were raised, I know that they've been taken well care of, you know, like, they have a way better life than anything that you're going to buy at the store. So I take comfort in that, and it actually that helps me. So I don't know if Zach, if you have any other tips, maybe.
It might be a little bit easier to maybe call some bloodless call first for, you know, like raw dog food or something. It's not as dramatic. It's a much quicker process, and you can start getting used to it, if that makes sense. That's just another idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Lee Roberts says, late but hello from Oklahoma.
Hello.
Chad Berryhill says, hello, another Okie in the house. Winter says, sorry, y'all. My Alabama is showing. I have trouble getting the baby quail off the light to the big pens, like from the brooder to the big pens. And yes, freeze for human consumption. So she's having issues with moving from the brooder to the regular cages.
Yeah, you'll probably want to do a staggered thing. Yeah, I mean, you'll just have to kind of find your own way. At this time of the year, we're still doing, so at different stages, you have to do different things. So in summer, we turn the lights off at 2 weeks. They stay in the brooder until week 3, and then we move into the barn. During spring and fall, it's an extra week. So 3 weeks with the light, an extra week in there with no light, and then they move out. And then during winter, 4 or 5, and then move. So a staggered, getting them used to it seems to work best.
Chuck says, anyone else watch the video on the big screen TV and read chat on the phone? Tell me I'm not the only one. You, sir, are not, because we both do the same thing.
Yeah.
Zach's show is always up on the big screen, and we're always on our phones reading the questions. And I'm usually following along with Zach on the questions, and I just listen to him read the questions for me because I don't know. I like people reading to me.
Once upon a time.
Chad says, "LOL, Chuck." And look at that. Beth says, "Me too." Verna wants to know what AI clean is. Avian influenza. Yeah, I butchered that. I'm sorry.
That's okay. You got it mostly right.
Chad says, "I never can get access to our TV." Yeah, kids are just kids. Winter says, "Verna, my problem is I have some dye on me. I think I'm pulling the light too fast instead of gradually reducing the light."
Yeah, it can definitely be a shock, especially with how cold it gets at night.
Yeah. Bill says, "I just set some eggs from Zach this last weekend. I lost electricity sometime today, but it's back on now. Will that affect the eggs incubation?"
Usually not, no. Last weekend, no, it should be fine. If that does happen to anybody and you do lose electricity for a short amount of time or even up to 24 hours, the best thing to do is to insulate around your incubator with a quilt or a blanket or a towel or whatever the case may be. Insulate it and keep it insulated until it comes back on. And usually there's no effect at all. It might affect it just a tiny bit, but it really, you shouldn't see an effect, I wouldn't think.
Yeah, I don't know if I have to say this. Just don't open the incubator. But
Right.
I just wanted to make sure you mentioned that. Rynick Poultry says, "I drive a 4-hour round trip to the feed mill that is a Kalmbach dealer. Even with the drive, I'm getting better feed and cheaper prices than Tractor Supply."
That's great.
Yeah, I have about a 40-minute one-way trip to our feed store or the mill. Chad said Tractor Supply is expensive. Winter says, "I've gotten where I am not losing near as many, so y'all's videos are definitely helping, and doing hands-on learning is very helpful as well." Great. It's awesome.
Failure, because there's a ton of new people on here. Just keep in mind that those mistakes that you're making, that's good. That's good because you're not going to make the same mistake again. You're going to be better for it, and now you can help more people when they make mistakes and they post on Facebook or ask questions on YouTube or whatever. You go, "Oh, no, I already know the answer. Let me tell you." So yeah, just make sure that it's a learning lesson, and therefore it can't be a bad situation.
Oh, wow. Wow,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
you're back on.
Yeah,
Oh, you did.
I don't know. I must have hit a keyboard, or I don't know how much you guys heard. I'm sorry. PJ's Family Farm says, "If you sell quail meat, how much are you charging per pound or ounce?" We sell per bird. I forgot what it was. I don't know. It was $6 or $7 a bird. We were selling them. I don't sell that very many. So, Zach, do you sell by bird butchered quail, or do you not do that?
No, we don't butcher anymore.
Katrina is asking, if you do an aviary, you'll have a lot more separation of business and home.
Yeah, I've got some. I can't tell you what I'm gonna have, but I'm very excited about it, and we will show you for sure and keep giving you updates.
Grafted Branch Homestead, what is NPIP testing?
It's the National Poultry Improvement Plan, and they basically test the blood for Pelorum salmonella. I don't know. It's a long word. I don't know actually because I'm one of those people that I like kind of skim through things like words that I don't fully comprehend. But basically, it's a blood test to make sure that they're not going to spread disease, across state lines to other birds, things like that. So, Zach, do you know what it's Pelorum something?
Oh, Jim has always just said Pelorum test.
Okay, there's a G
So
word. Yeah.
yeah, we get tested twice a year, and we get it's a beak swab that he tests, and then he also opens up the feather and does a pinprick in the blood as well. One we get back immediately, and then which is the blood test, and then the swab goes away, and we find out in 2 weeks. But knock on wood, we have never had an issue in all the times we've done it, so we're doing something right.
Good.
Yeah, the swab is the AI.
Yeah.
PJ Family Farm was asking how much for processed. We just answered that. Brenna says she sells 4 for $20.
Yeah, and just be careful with that. I'm going over that in some of my videos on the quail for profit, but you'll want to be a little bit careful, just because like for example, Brandon said that he sold them for $6 a bird. We sold them for $3, which is why we no longer sell them. That's why we go to reptile and falconry people, because we just couldn't get $6 a bird here, but they can there, and that's great. We've got So I sell chicks for local pickup for $2. But I have 4 or 5 customers that order eggs from me at 60 cents plus shipping. They hatch them out, and then they sell all the chicks for anywhere between $4 and $8. There's one customer I have that sells chicks for $8 a piece. Now I sell them for 2 because that's my local market, but she gets 8, and that's a reasonable price there, which is fine. So you really got to do your market research in your area, because the last thing you want to do is go overpriced and no one buy anything, or you undercut everybody and you're leaving so much money on the table and not making a lot of friends because you're not in the market area. So just make sure you check your market area, because that'll help you short term, long term, all the terms.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, I mean we'll get $5 a chick. So I mean it's different in different areas, because even in adult birds we'll get $10 an adult bird. So
Sure.
and I know Dale said his pricing is slightly different. He's 2 hours from us. So
Right.
Reineck says, due to the education part of the Quail for Profit videos, my plan for the event changed tonight. While doing feed to just show and educate the locals, I will have my notebook for upcoming orders, though.
There you go.
And then Chad is asking, those that buy in bulk, what do you store your feed in? Giant totes, plastic barrels? We just have them in a bag. I mean, we have all of ours in our I consider
Sunroom.
it's our turned into quail room. That's And then we have a garbage can that we keep just a single bag out in the quail barn.
A metal, just to keep the mice out. Otherwise, the plastic mice around here, anyways, I don't know if they all do, but they chew holes in the plastic ones.
Let's see here. Katrina says, "Yup, a cookbook like everyone put in their recipes and a PDF it for everybody. Personally, I think all the recipes should come with finished product photos."
Sure.
Robin C says, "For QuailCon, is there a way to make a list of names and numbers to those who attend to have an easy resource to have an emergency question for or help each other?"
It's not a bad idea, but there are some issues with that about giving. It's a privacy issue, and since we're LLC and we're having it here, and I believe Whiskey Tango Farms is also LLC, or are you sole proprietor?
No, we're
LLC.
LLC. Okay. Um, if we're giving that information out, then we're technically liable. So the idea is that Saturday for QuailCon, because we're going to make it a 2-day event. So the first day is literally just a meet and greet, hang out, have a good time, eat together, party together, whatever. And that'll be a great time to, share information and things like that. Obviously, I give you all my information, phone number, email, Facebook, all that. But as far as everybody else, it's just not something. It's something that liability issues we just can't do.
Beth says she is working on blue rosettas.
There you go.
William says, which color quails lay the smallest eggs?
Probably depends on the bloodlines that you have. Obviously, any of the standard colors are going to be smaller than the jumbos. But like for instance, our Fab V's, I don't call them jumbos because they're not consistent. They're almost jumbos. Whereas like our celadons, for instance, like we aren't focusing on the egg size; those are more just for fun than self-sufficiency. So those are probably those are one of the smaller egg layers in our barn. It just depends on your lines.
Smallest egg layer we offer right now.
Yes.
How about Zach? Do you have anything to add on that or no?
I'd have to look at my notes, but I think scarlets are they're one of the most consistent, but they're on the smaller side.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what our celadons are.
Yep.
Yeah. There's another one, but I can't think of what it was.
Verna says, I don't like pickled chicken eggs, but I do like pickled quail eggs. I would agree with you.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a pickled chicken egg.
Yeah, you don't want to. Winter says, I am lagging y'all, so if y'all see a comment that is off the wall, it's because of slow internet.
There you go.
Right.
That's all right. Graphic Branch says, right on WTF.
I don't know what we did, but thanks.
Yeah. They also said, what about using the cones for calling? We don't use cones for calling. I haven't at all, but I don't know, Zach, do you have any experience using cones?
And what we do is we take you could even take a piece of cardboard, fit it over a 5-gallon bucket, cut like solo cup holes out of, cut the bottoms of the solo cups, and then you can drain them out that way. I mean, it can be something real easy, makeshift. It's nothing you need to buy.
Yeah, I've seen people use, buckets or, cones from like the Dollar Tree.
Like little kids play cones.
Yeah.
All right. Beth says, I think if calling is too easy, something is wrong. Ending a life shouldn't be easy, but that doesn't mean it's wrong. I would agree. Grafty Branch says, scissors or pulling heads are best.
Depends on what you're going to be using them for. Like if we're going to eat them if it's for human consumption, I think it's easier to just take the head off. Well, but when we do the cervical dislocation,
they're asking.
Oh, if it's easier to cut versus pull.
Yeah.
Oh, well, it depends on your scissors.
Yeah, I mean, our scissors are sharp enough. They work.
It's easy.
Now Zach was laughing. He's got a question or answer. I know he does.
Oh, it's pulling by far.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. You pull, you put it in the cone. If you're using scissors, you got to pick up the scissors, you got to cut, then you got to put the scissors down, and then you got to.
Say it's a lot. I can see where it's quicker.
Yeah, but I've always been the caller here, so I'm the one that always captures and calls the turkeys and the chickens and the quail, and that's my designated job.
Katrina says, we cut the bottom off a sparkling water bottle and use it to hold the birds to bleed out. After the head's cut off, the blood drains through the top of the bottle. You don't have to hold them then.
Yeah, there you go.
Grafted Branch says, I'm not looking forward to cleaning, never butchered or anything, but I got to get started and over my uneasiness. I know, Zach, you have a video on butchering, and Slightly Redneck does as well.
Yeah.
They said New York Quail has a video on that. Yeah.
We talked about that. Was it today?
Yeah.
Or yesterday? Recently.
Yeah, I just stumbled upon it the other day, or earlier, I think. Ed Got Bases. Coturnix Corner has one as well. Oh, we lost sound.
Yeah, I'm Brandon sorry. Hit the mute button.
It's literally the M button on the keyboard. I must have slipped.
Not to point fingers, but
sorry. I heard nothing I said. When you fail, don't quit. Fail again. Fail better. Beth says.
I like that.
Vernon says, each failure is an educational moment. Yes. Beth Reed also said, around here, butcher quails sell for the same price as live birds. I won't bother dressing them out for others, but not getting paid for my efforts. I get that. Salmonella pilorum. That's what Swanson says.
Oh, thank you.
And then Beth says NPIP is for pilorum typhoid. Some states also test for Mycoplasma gallicetium.
Yeah, the G word.
I don't know. I may have misspelled some. I don't know. I struggled reading it. So, is this testing required?
It depends on your area. Like, check your local laws. To ship across state lines, we need to be, and then some states, you also have to like send in a report if you're AI clean. Some states only need to be NPIP to ship to. You just have to check, and it's all on the NPIP website. A lot of like swaps and stuff that we go to as well, you need to be NPIP or like
AI.
Yeah, and like or like rabbit shows and like things like that. So it's a good thing to have in your back pocket, and in my opinion, it sets you apart from some of the other people that might be just selling. I don't know. That's just my opinion. You don't need it though for some stuff.
Yeah, some people want you AI tested within 72 hours too, which is
crazy.
Me. It is a very good resource as well to have those people on your side. So we've used them numerous times getting started to ask them specific questions and how to help. So it's a resource just as much as it is, I mean, yes, it's a government funded program. I get that. Not a big fan of that. However, those people have been nothing but helpful and encouraging and educating along the way, and very knowledgeable. And so, I mean, it's worth it. It's really not that expensive. And you never know when you need them, and you never know when you need those questions answered until you need it, and then you don't have it.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, like, I was just thinking a lot of people associate them with the government, and yeah, it is like through them. But like the lady that I talked to and asked all my questions, I don't think she's a doctor, but the other guy that works with her, like he's a doctor, like he has his PhD in this stuff. Like he could talk circles around me. Like he is so smart. So it's awesome. Like being able to, like, I know that I'm going to get the correct answer when I talk to him. If that makes sense.
PJ's Family Farm says, if there's nobody selling quail in my area, I can set the price. Well, yes, you can. At Gut Bait says use Facebook. For what?
Not for selling meat.
No.
You'll get in trouble.
Winter says in Alabama where I'm at, the babies off the light are going for $2 to $3, and adults $5.
Sure.
Ed says button quail, LOL, lay the smallest eggs no matter what color they are.
True.
Grafted Branch Homestead says Verna should write a book.
There you go.
Jasmine says her WTF fab fees are huge, like matching the jumbo pharaohs just about now. Yeah.
I called one fat yesterday, and then every time I went in the barn, she was like legit. She was
laughing at
scolding
her
me.
doing
She was
that.
like,
Yeah.
like she was really mad. I'm like, I'm sorry, it's a compliment.
PJ's Family Farm says I made pickled duck eggs and love them. I'm excited to start pickling quail eggs too.
Very cool.
Jasmine says she doesn't have the weights quite yet. They're both 4.5 weeks old, but much bigger than the standards hatched at the same time. I will check this weekend. Question from Kelly. WTF, if you can only have one feather sexable color, what would it be? Jumbo Pharaoh. That's an easy one. Peepaw Philly's here.
Hey.
Sorry so late. I got some great news today. It looks like I will be at the next convention. Remission. He said, don't listen to those quacks and young know-it-alls. Many are doing their residency, and he... Oh, here. Nope, that's not it. I missed it. Sorry. Oh, I don't know where it went.
Well, I'm glad you're in
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's good.
It's great to hear. And look forward to seeing you next year at the QuailCon. Roas says, what is spatchcock? Can you explain?
Yeah, you're the killer.
I'm the killer?
Well, you're the butcherer.
The butcherer?
Yeah.
And spatchcocking is just, I mean, you cut out the spine and spreading out.
Kind of like butterfly. I guess
Butterfly,
kind of how I think of it.
Chad says, I'm going to take a class next spring to get certified to NPIP. That's great. Winter says, that's awesome. Peepaw. Yes, it is. Beth answered row S. Peepaw Philly says, I used cones in the 70s. I thought I invented something, but everyone does it now.
You're a trendsetter.
Peepaw Philly says, I have a buyer of the heads, wants it cut a specific. Okay, that's interesting. And everybody's saying great news to Peepaw. That was outstanding news. That is the end of the questions. So
I can't believe we were talking for 2 hours.
No, I blame Zach. This is Zach's.
Who is not reading comments?
You're not reading comments? Hey,
he wasn't really either.
I wasn't reading.
Verna
You were
to announce who the winners are.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Verna, if you want to.
I
didn't forget. I was going to. I was just seeing.
It's been a long day for me.
Oh. Yeah, Verna, if you want to pick the winners, 60 count hatching eggs and a tray. And then another winner for, I'll do 2 trays. Katrina says, Thanks for all the great information in the community. You're welcome. Jasmine Bass. 2 hours, guys. LOL. And then, oh wow, where did? Ed Got Base says you can sell almost every part of the quail. That's true. Verna says the winner of the eggs are Grafted Branch Homestead. You want to contact Zach or text him, right? I don't know. Do you want to text or Zach or email?
Yeah, just text me at 937-760-7282. I'm sure Verna will put it in the comments, and we'll get you taken care of.
Congrats.
Yeah, congratulations. S.O. Swanson said, Zach, don't listen to them. They are hardly on time themselves. I don't know. Did I miss something?
I don't know.
Peepaw Philly says, not with all the different colors, the jewelry place is a great place to get into. I have a guy that buys the 2 wings and the 2 feet are set. Dried in the sun, each set gets $1, but with, I don't know if this is cutting off. Oh, I mean, he says he buys 100 at a time.
Okay, cool.
A bunch of people saying congratulations. The thing, Verna says the tray winners are Jasmine Bass and Winter Taylor.
Congratulations.
So, and then Jasmine says time flies when you're having fun talking about quail. Yes, it does.
So the egg tray winners, if you could email us or text Brandon.
Yeah, you can text me, Verna, if you want to put up my number, or you can email us. Kelly said, who won? Grafted Branch Homestead won some eggs, 60 count eggs.
60, sorry.
An egg tray. And then Jasmine and Winter won some egg trays from us. Awesome.
Congrats to the winners.
Congratulations, guys. Appreciate it. You guys coming here and asking questions.
And thank you to Zach for joining us tonight and Verna for moderating. And then be sure to tune in to My Shires Live on Sundays at 7 p.m. Eastern. Yep. And then Chris from Slightly Redneck, he also does his on Thursday nights at 7 p.m. Central.
He'll be tomorrow night.
I think that's it. It's been a long day. I'm sorry.
Jasmine was asking if she meant Jasmine D or Jasmine Bass. No, I think it was you, Jasmine Bass. Going back here. Yep.
Yeah.
Trey winners are Jasmine Bass and Winter Taylor. And Winter Taylor says, thank you so much. I feel like a kid at Christmas. You're welcome.
There you go.
Ed Gepate says, great live tonight. Thanks. Thanks for coming. And then Peepaw Philly says, if you ever see the stuff that the runway, I don't know.
Oh, because you're talking about the feather, the earrings, jewelry.
Oh,
like maybe you'll see it on the runway.
Gotcha. He says, so $2 each bird for the throwaway parts.
Nice.
It's not bad. And then Grafted Branch says, I'll text Zach and a few here driving right now. Who thank you so much.
Congratulations. I will probably not get back with you till tomorrow, but we'll get you taken care of for next week.
And then Verna said, nope, Jasmine Bass, you got the trays, not eggs.
That's it.
Yep. And then everybody says thank you. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. Again, Zach's live on Sunday, 7 p.m. Eastern. And appreciate you for coming. Thank you, Zach, for joining us.
Not a problem. It was fun.
All right. Have a good night, guys. Thank you.